Hello friends, I am Dr.S.Subramanyam, a family physician practicing since 44 years in Chamarajpet, Bangalore. I have been active in practicing preventive medicine and special interest in tuberculosis, and over a period of time I must have attended more than 500 cases of tuberculosis. I was a DARTS provider, and I've been a member of various organizations in tuberculosis division. Well, today is a very significant day. March 24th is a day to remember in the history of medical sciences. This marks the discovery of this day is observed as the World Tuberculosis Day, March 24th. This marks the discovery of tubercle bacilli, which causes TB, by Sir Robert Koch in 1882. Believe me friends, before this, medical profession did not know the cause of tuberculosis. People used to just die. There was no medicine. They were left alone on the outskirts of the place and just allowing them to die naturally. And imagine, after the discovery of tubercle bacilli by Dr. Robert Koch, that followed the discovery of the drugs, and thereby the treatment for tuberculosis began. In the due course, tuberculosis became curable. And let me go back to history of tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is one of the diseases, probably the oldest disease known to the mankind. It dates back to BC. The tubercle bacilli was found in Egyptian mummies, which is more than 2000 years old. So it shows TB has been there from the time immemorial, and it has been there today also. My whole intention of giving this message is TB is there, was there, is there. Till today, TB is a pandemic. It is there everywhere in the world. It is a bigger disease than the so-called corona. Just to give an idea, corona in India must have killed about 5 lakh people in the last 3 years, whereas TB kills nearly 5 lakh people every year. How many of you are aware of it? Whole world is shaking and disturbed by hearing corona, but not many are aware of tuberculosis, the gravity of the situation, the statistics. It is really frightening. Imagine, in spite of all the medicines available, now lot of new developments in diagnostic modalities, understanding, treatment, many latest medicines have come. If TB is diagnosed on time and given the right medicine, it is 100% curable. The saddest part of this is the awareness among the public is still poor. Not only public, I'm sorry to say, among the medical profession too, not many are updated about the symptoms, signs, diagnoses, diagnostic modalities, treatment regimens, all these things. There is an ocean of change. Guidelines are changing periodically. In spite of that, there are national guidelines, there are international guidelines, WHO guidelines. Of course, all guidelines gives the similar message. Unfortunately, these guidelines and messages are not reaching the mass, the public and the medical profession. Thereby, there is gross deficiency in knowledge about the prevalence, gravity of the situation, the diagnostic modalities, and the modern approach in the management of diabetes. So, dear friends, this is the time, at least on this day of the landmark day, discovery of tuberculosis bacilli, Mycobacterium bacilli by Robert Koch, to sit back, think present, think forward, better plan, understand, diagnose and treat tuberculosis. That's the big whole reason of my giving this message to all of you. I would like to bring to your notice, during the last 3 years of corona, the tuberculosis incidences have come down. Do you know why? Tuberculosis, mostly 85% of people have it in the lungs. So when they cough, they throw out bacilli into the air, and when somebody inhales it, it gets into their system. So, blessing in disguise, last 3 years, people are using masks, social distancing, there was lockdowns. All these things have prevented the spread, reduced the spread of tuberculosis to a great extent. So, public is only aware of how many people corona has killed. In fact, in the other way, if you think, probably more people have survived due to reduction of communicable diseases like tuberculosis and many more diseases and accidents. So there is less number of deaths compared to what it used to be. So there is indirectly more people have survived during corona. And that's a different game. We should not take the corona as a cover for it. We should control corona, we should control TB and everything on independent basis. Now, we are likely to face another challenge. All these days, last 3 years, it was under control for reasons which I have told you already. Now, and you all know, corona is a viral disease which causes immune suppression. And also many medicines used in corona, like steroids and antivirals, also causes immune suppression. This is becoming a threat. The latent TB. What is latent TB? See, in Indian population, probably majority of the population are exposed to tuberculosis. The bacilli has entered into their system from an infected person through their breath into their lungs, from there to various parts of the body. And as long as a person has good immune system, tuberculosis bacilli cannot cause symptoms or cause damage. It remains silent in various reticuloendothelial system, lymphatic system. It can remain silent. As long as the immunity and health of the person is good, it can remain silent, and it can remain silent for the whole lifetime. So, my message is, don't be afraid of tuberculosis. It is there in me, in you, in most of the Indian population. It is waiting inside for an opportunity. It is an opportunistic infection. It becomes active when your immune system goes down. So, take care. Build immunity. Immunity is not sold in the medical store or a hospital. You have to build immunity by good lifestyle that includes a balanced diet, a regular exercise, and my dear friends, it also depends on your habits like smoking, alcohol, stress. And today, stress is a major cause for immune suppression. So now you tell me, who is free from stress? To the best of my knowledge, I have not come across a person who is free from stress. That is the reason why once upon a time we used to call tuberculosis is a poor man's disease because of undernutrition and various other facts. Now, I don't see undernutrition even among the poor class. Everybody eats well, that's why we see lifestyle disorders like diabetes, hypertension, and obesity even in the lower economic classes. So the undernutrition is reducing. Then what is the cause? Then why the upper class are getting tuberculosis nowadays? In my observation, there is a shift from lower socio-economic condition people to higher economic condition people. Probably, in my opinion, it's because of lifestyle again, which includes stress. As you climb the ladder of success, you are facing the stress proportionately, and also in the high society, you are exposed to lifestyle like alcoholism, smoking, which all bring down the immune system. So, no one is spared of TB. India is number 2 country in the world. Who is number 1? Can you guess? It's our neighbor, China. There also they are number 1 and we are number 2. I am sorry, very sorry to say that with great pain, not with any pleasure, I am saying we are number 2 in tuberculosis. In spite of all the developments, we are still, tuberculosis is a bigger epidemic and bigger challenge than any other disease. Tuberculosis is declared as a global emergency almost 20 years ago. It is the only disease in the world declared as global emergency, and still it holds good. It is really shame on us and painful very to say this. So then how to go about? Why? How to prevent it? First thing is awareness among public about what is TB. For public information, I'd like to give a few points. TB signs are recurrent fever, which is not responding to common treatments, not picked up by the common test, then loss of weight, loss of appetite, cough, not responding to routine treatment. If any of these persists, your doctor should suspect TB, not label it as TB. Then, if your doctor does not suspect, you have all the right to say, Doctor, I am having cough for a long time, more than 2 weeks, fever for more than 2 weeks, I am losing appetite, I am losing weight. Do you think I have TB? You are absolutely right in asking this question. If your doctor in his busy schedule does not think of TB with these symptoms, it is high time you remind him and let him look at in that angle. TB is a very tricky disease. It can come in with any symptom. It may be minor symptom, it may be moderate, it can be acute, it can be chronic. It can affect any part of the body from head to toe except hair and nail. So the 2 things. Except hair and nail, it can affect every system in the body. So TB is there in me, in you, everywhere. Your responsibility, keep your health fit, keep your immune system good with good lifestyle. Don't worry about TB, not only TB, corona or any disease. It will prevent diabetes, hypertension, every disease. Lifestyle is the key. And all these diseases are interrelated. Maintain good lifestyle. Don't bother about these things. Even if this disease comes, if your immune system is good, your lifestyle is good, it will go away or it can be cured without much complications. What is our duty as doctors? I am sorry to say, my friends, my colleagues, even today, very few are updated with the new guidelines. There are national guidelines, there are WHO guidelines, there are international guidelines, but most of them meaning the same. Not many are following the guidelines. They are following old guidelines or they are making their own guidelines. I don't agree with it. Our full lifetime is not sufficient to understand a single disease and to make our own guidelines. There are great people like Robert Koch, and many more scientists working around the clock and multicentric trials, and they give us a formula how to treat. All this information is loaded in the websites of National Tuberculosis websites. One click you will know what is the present status, what is the new regimens. Frequently guidelines are changing, so we have to be updated. We have to adapt new guidelines so we can challenge the TB together. You population, we doctors together. Let us fight TB and eliminate TB. Earlier, the program was called RNTCP, means Revised National Tuberculosis Control Program. It is recently renamed as National Tuberculosis Elimination Program, NTEP. So friends, join my hand to fight against tuberculosis and to eliminate TB from this globe. Will you join my hand? I am sure you will. Together we will conquer TB. Thank you very much.